The streets of Memphis are on edge. A leaked video has just surfaced, and it's shaking the city to its core. Rumors are flying that young Dolph's own brother, Tim, may have been targeted, and social media is erupting with claims of revenge, chaos, and a feud that's been simmering for years. Fans are dissecting every frame, asking, who's really behind this? Why now? And could this be the spark that ignites a full-blown street war? The truth is murky, the stakes are deadly, and every clip, every post, every whisper could change everything. Stay tuned, because what you're about to see could rewrite the story of Memphis rap forever. Listen closely, because the online world is on fire. A storm of leaked footage has fans talking non-stop, and the buzz isn't slowing down. Social media is erupting with claims that young Dolph's brother, Tim, may have been killed, and the streets of Memphis are reportedly in turmoil. Here's where it gets tangled. A few weeks ago, rumors swirled that Tim Dolph allegedly fired on C Money, an artist under the Yo Gotti CMG label, a name that already had the city buzzing. Now, this newly leaked video has amplified the chaos tenfold. The footage allegedly suggests that Yo Gotti orchestrated a hit on young Dolph's brother as retaliation for C Money's death. If even half of this proves true, Memphis could be on the brink of a full-blown street war. But there's a major caveat: no official confirmation exists. No police statements, no verified sources, nothing concrete. Everything circulating is purely speculative. Despite this, social media users are already taking sides. Some are rallying behind Dolph's family, while others argue CMG won't let any transgressions go unanswered. The tension is palpable, and the city's watching every rumor, every leak, every claim, waiting to see how it unfolds. The deeper you dig, the more tangled this saga gets. Young Dolph's feud with Yo Gotti and CMG isn't new. It's been simmering for years, and everyone in Memphis knows the history runs deep. Diss tracks, subtle jabs, street politics, and endless tension have kept this rivalry alive and ever-present. Now, with Coney caught in the middle, fans are piecing together every clue on social media. Hashtags are trending, clips of the leaked footage are being shared non-stop, and debates rage over who really sparked this mess. Some see it as straight-up revenge, while others argue it's more than personal. It could involve serious power plays and money moves behind the scenes that nobody's openly discussing. The reality? This isn't just gossip anymore. It's gone national. And if even a fraction of these claims hold water, Memphis might be staring down one of the most intense rap beef escalations in recent memory. Keep your eyes peeled. This story is far from finished. Breaking news is coming in fast. Fox 13 News has confirmed through family sources that Memphis rapper C Money was tragically killed in the very shooting footage that's been making waves online. Eyewitnesses and fans are reacting in shock. got killed, one person said, capturing the raw emotion and disbelief that's sweeping the city. Social media is flooded with clips, chaotic reactions, and stunned commentary as people try to process what just happened. Many are sharing personal stories, conversations, and memories, like someone recalling a recent chat with Prey, or explaining why they keep their visits to Memphis low-key, quietly coming and going without announcing their presence. Amid all the grief and confusion, there's a sense of numbness creeping in. If it ain't one thing, it's another, someone remarks, reflecting the harsh reality of life on these streets. Meanwhile, the city of Memphis is buzzing non-stop. Following the shocking murder of Vast Cash, also known as C Money, everyone is trying to connect the dots. The streets are alive with speculation, mourning, and tension, as residents and fans alike piece together the latest twists in a saga that shows no signs of slowing down. C Money, a rising talent on the brink of signing with the Yo Gotti CMG label, saw what could have been a career-defining move snatched away in an instant. He was tragically gunned down in Fraser, and whispers began swirling that young Dolph's circle, possibly even his own brother, might have been involved. However, police had yet to confirm anything. No suspects were named, and the investigation remained wide open. In Memphis, the tension between the Yo Gotti CMG camp and Dolph's PR crew wasn't new. The rivalry had seeped into both the music industry and street life for years, creating a volatile mix. So when C Money was killed just as he was poised to join the Gotti's camp, speculation erupted immediately. Some fans saw it as another deadly chapter in the ongoing feud, while others believed it might have been unrelated street politics, but the timing was too striking to ignore. Fueling the fire were claims from insiders who insisted this wasn't random. They alleged that certain individuals didn't want C Money to rise under the Gotti's banner, and that his life was cut short before he could officially sign. At that point, all that was certain was that C Money was dead. By August 10th, the police were still hunting for leads, and Yo Gotti had lost what might have been his next breakout star. Whether young Dolph's brother played a role or not, Memphis streets were left simmering with tension, rumors, and unanswered questions. Memphis streets were buzzing, tension running high. The footage of Sione's death sent shockwaves through the city. One day he was celebrating with Yoti, and the next, he had become a trending hashtag. Questions swirled, and the drama was only intensifying. Sione wasn't just another rapper, he was a rising force in the Memphis scene. Grinding hard, earning respect, and making moves that turned heads, his music was starting to command attention. Then came the game changer, Yo Gotti and CMG. Big label. Big money. Big opportunity. This deal had the potential to elevate Sione's career beyond anything he had imagined. Fans were buzzing, thinking he might be the next breakout star after names like Moneybagg, Yo Black, Youngster, and ESTG. But that celebration never lasted. The night had started like any other. Sione outside, surrounded by friends, laughter filling the air, and music echoing through the streets of Memphis. His chains caught the light as he moved, a reflection of the success he had fought so hard to achieve. The excitement in his eyes was unmistakable, a mix of pride and anticipation for what was to come. For a brief moment, everything seemed perfect. He was on the brink of something bigger than himself, poised to take his music and career to new heights. Friends joked, shared stories, and toasted to his rise, completely unaware of the storm that was about to descend. Then, suddenly, it all changed. Surveillance footage, now circulating widely across social media, captured the chilling details of the moment everything went wrong. A car rolled up slowly, its engine humming softly against the background of the night, windows down. In an instant, the sound of gunfire shattered the calm, echoing down the street like a warning no one could have predicted. Panic erupted immediately. People scattered in all directions, diving for cover wherever they could find it. Screams pierced the air, cutting through the night, mixing with the blare of car horns and the commotion of those desperately trying to escape. Sione went down. Multiple shots struck him, and the shock of what was happening froze the scene in an unbearable way. Friends and bystanders froze for just a second too long, unable to process what they were witnessing. The joyous celebration, the laughter, the energy, all of it vanished in the blink of an eye. In what should have been a night to remember, everything became a scene of horror. The vibrancy of life was replaced by chaos, fear, and grief, and the streets themselves seemed to hold their breath, stunned by the sudden violence. By the time medics arrived, it was already too late. Efforts to save him were in vain, and the life of a young man who had so much ahead of him was gone in an instant. The echoes of gunfire faded, but the impact lingered, searing itself into the memory of everyone present. What was supposed to be a night of celebration had transformed into a stark reminder of how fragile life can be, particularly for those navigating the intersecting pressures of street politics, fame, and ambition. The murder scene, now frozen in the memories of witnesses and captured by the unforgiving lens of security cameras, would serve as both evidence and a haunting symbol of a life cut tragically short. In the days that followed, the footage circulated endlessly, shared on every platform and discussed in hushed tones and heated debates alike. Fans tried to make sense of what happened, replaying every frame, analyzing every detail, and wondering why such a promising young life had been stolen so abruptly. The incident served as a grim wake-up call, not just to the Memphis music scene, but to anyone who might dream too big, too fast, in a world where success often brings with it unforeseen dangers. That night, a celebration became a tragedy, laughter became screams, and a bright, promising future was extinguished far too soon, leaving grief, shock, and unanswered questions in its wake. The footage spread like wildfire on social media, leaving everyone asking the same question: why now? Breaking news confirmed by Fox 13 revealed that Memphis rapper C-Money had indeed been killed in that very shooting. Word on the streets was that this wasn't random. Some said jealousy was at play, others believed old beefs had finally caught up. Memphis street politics run deep. Once you've got ties, the past never really lets go. And signing with CMG? That put a bullseye squarely on C-Money's back. CMG had been tangled in Memphis drama for years. From the young Dolph situation to smaller neighborhood disputes, there was always smoke surrounding the label. And C-Money? He just happened to be caught right in the crossfire. Social media was ablaze. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everyone had an opinion. Fans speculated it was a case of a rapper meeting tragedy right after gaining momentum. Some even called it a CMG curse, saying, "Every time someone signs, something bad happens." Gotti had stayed quiet publicly, but whispers kept spreading. Was the label deal the reason C-Money became a target, or was this personal from the very beginning? Amid the chaos, friends and family were in shock. My got killed, one person admitted, barely holding it together. Conversations captured on social media showed the disbelief and grief, people asking who said it, how it happened, sharing memories of recent chats, and explaining why they stay discreet in Memphis, quietly coming and going without telling anyone. The city was reeling, trying to make sense of tragedy that felt both sudden and inevitable. Anyways, what time is it?
Almost 1.
You usually stay up late. Huh. Yeah, a little.
Me too.
We can figure something to do. Maybe just kick it. Are you good? I'm good. Honestly, you get desensitized to it all. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Memphis wasn't just about music, it was about neighborhoods, street cred, and respect. And once money entered the mix, those lines blurred fast. C-Money's rise had been meteoric, maybe too fast. Old enemies saw him shining and wanted to dim that light. The deadly intersection of industry ambition and street politics had always been unforgiving in Memphis. History told the story: dull, snooty, wild, countless others, none was spared.
Now Sayone joined that list.
This cycle was predictable but no less tragic. Young talent would break through, sign a major deal, taste sudden success, and before they could even see the other side, violence would strike.
The city had grown numb to it.
Yet every death left burning questions. Who did it? Why that night? Was it pure hate, or were bigger money moves behind it? The streets had theories but no answers. Sayone should have been celebrating, dropping new music, touring, living the life he'd been building. Instead, the city watched another young talent taken too soon, leaving his potential unfinished and his story a grim reminder of Memphis' unforgiving cycle. The dream he had worked so tirelessly for, the nights spent grinding in the studio, the countless hours writing, recording, and perfecting his craft, was stolen in an instant. What should have been a moment of triumph, a celebration of all the blood, sweat, and tears poured into his music, instead became a scene of tragedy that no one could ignore. Instead of watching him rise, climbing the ladder of success he had fought so hard to reach, we were confronted with footage of his final moments, a chilling reminder that in Memphis, and in this game, nothing is ever guaranteed. Another young rapper, full of promise and ambition, was gone too soon. Another family left in unimaginable grief, holding on to memories that were now all they had. And yet again, the streets and the music world were reminded of the harsh reality. Success, especially sudden success, is dangerous, and those who reach for the top often have to pay a price most aren't willing to admit. Fans and observers across social media, from Twitter threads to TikTok videos, are left questioning everything. The debate rages on, the speculation spreading faster than the tragedy itself. Was it jealousy that drove someone to end his life so abruptly? Did old grudges, simmering beneath the surface for years, finally catch up to him? Or is there a deeper, more sinister story unfolding behind the scenes, involving CMG and the complicated politics of Memphis rap? The label, the city, the streets, they all have histories full of rivalries, tension, and grudges that can sometimes spill over into violence. When someone like him rises, shines, and starts to gain recognition, it doesn't take long for people with motives, grudges, or stakes in the game to take notice. The streets are watching, and everyone is asking the same question. Why him? Why now? The timing seems almost too cruel to be coincidence. He wasn't just another name in the Memphis rap scene. He was an artist with vision, talent, and the potential to redefine his corner of the industry. His music had begun to resonate, reaching listeners far beyond the neighborhoods where he grew up. There was excitement in the air every time he released a new track, every time he stepped on stage, and every time his name started trending. For those who followed his journey closely, the rise had been inspiring. But that same rise may have painted a target on his back. CMG, a label that has been at the center of countless discussions, rumors, and controversies over the years, was a double-edged sword. On one hand, signing with the label meant opportunities, money, exposure, networking, and resources that could elevate a career from local to national fame. On the other hand, it placed him squarely in the crosshairs of long-standing rivalries and unresolved conflicts. The city of Memphis has never been shy about its street politics, and when the music industry intersects with those politics, the results can be volatile, unpredictable, and sometimes deadly. In this world, alliances, rivalries, and history are never just background noise. They are factors that shape the fate of young artists, sometimes tragically so. His rise wasn't just about music, it was about survival, respect, and carving a space in a world that doesn't make room for everyone. He had spent years hustling, not just to make money, but to establish himself, to earn respect, and to prove that he belonged at the top. He was building a name for himself, gaining followers, and earning the attention of people who mattered. Every milestone, every new release, and every moment on stage was a testament to that effort. And yet, all of it could be undone in the blink of an eye. Now, with his death, the city is left grappling with grief, anger, and unanswered questions.
Who pulled the trigger?
Was it someone seeking revenge? Someone jealous of his success? Or someone with a much larger agenda? Was it a personal attack? Or was it something orchestrated, calculated, and cold-blooded? The streets have theories, rumors have spread, and social media is ablaze with speculation, but clarity is scarce. Even those closest to him, who witnessed his rise firsthand, are left with a mix of shock, disbelief, and the painful realization that in this world, talent and ambition don't always protect you. His story is a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the world he navigated. Memphis, with its rich culture, vibrant music scene, and tight-knit communities, also carries a dark undercurrent. Success in this environment doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's observed, scrutinized, and sometimes resented. The line between celebration and tragedy can be razor-thin, and for those who push too far, too fast, it can be perilous. Every fan, every observer, every member of the community feels the impact, because in losing him, Memphis loses not just a rapper, but a symbol of hope, ambition, and potential. So now the streets are watching, and the questions keep coming.
What really happened?
Was it a crime of opportunity, a personal vendetta, or a deeper power play tied to the music industry and street politics? Will justice ever be served, or will this remain another story of potential cut short, leaving the community to mourn and wonder? The answer isn't clear, but the impact is undeniable. His dream, one he had worked tirelessly for, was stolen from him in an instant. And while fans, friends, and family grapple with that loss, one thing remains certain. His story is a reminder of just how precarious success can be in this world, and how quickly the celebration of life can turn into a tragedy that leaves a city questioning everything.
The streets are watching. The city is watching.
And the world is watching, as we all try to make sense of a life, a dream, and a legacy taken far too soon. What do you think? Was it jealousy? Old grudges catching up?
Or something bigger at play behind the scenes?
The questions linger. The debate continues, and the memory of a young artist who had so much ahead of him refuses to fade.